Shalom. Let's pick off where we left off. I believe we're here, verse 10. All right. So Revelations 11:10. And they that dwell on the earth shall rejoice over them. Over who? The valley of dry bones. Okay. That was spiritually and mentally dead, but not physically dead. Okay. Rejoice over them, make merry, and shall send gifts to one another. What were those gifts? Those gifts were us, slavery, the Atlantic slave trade. All right. And because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. The two prophets are talking about the northern and southern kingdom of Israelites, made up of you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. We're going to scroll up, go up here to the top, okay? And it's going to talk about, all right, the northern and southern kingdom, all right? The two prophets. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks, the two prophets, the two witnesses, okay? Do you understand that? All right? These are them, okay? Standing before the Most High of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth. Hello, testimony, okay? And devoureth their enemies. Again, they get devoured by these scriptures, by this truth. Truth is their kryptonite, all right? And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Again, he who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. All right? You understand, people? All right? So now you understand who the two prophets are. Okay, that it's talking about. The two prophets, the two witnesses, the two olive trees, the two candlesticks. Talking about the northern and southern kingdom of Israelites. Okay? All right. So let's get back. So, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life, hello, the spirit of life entered into them, as we just read in Ezekiel chapter 37, okay, how he prophesied over the bone. After 3 days and a half, after the 350 years, okay, the spirit of life entered into them, all right, from the Most High, okay, and they stood upon their feet, and, right, as a great army, as we read, right, a spiritual army, and fear fell upon them which saw them. So fear has come over our enemies because we have the truth. Okay, we have the testimony. All right, and again, it'll tell you, what is that, Revelation 12 and 17, how the dragon was wroth with the woman and shall make war with the remnant of her seed. And the woman is Israel. And particularly who? Those that have the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's what it will tell you. Okay? Revelations 12:17. All right? That he's going to come down with great wrath. You read that in Revelation 12:12. All right? So, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud. That's a metaphor for the chariot, and their enemies beheld them. Who's that? The elect of Israel. All right, they'll be taken up. And in that same hour was there a great earthquake in a tenth part of the city. And again, when you break this stuff down, okay, America is built on what they known as 10 regions, okay, 10 parts, okay? And that's what this is talking about, that within the same hour, there was a great earthquake. And again, what's going to create all of this? The thermonuclear fire, the arrows of the Lord, the ICBMs. Do you understand? Okay? And in the earthquake, we're saying men, 7,000, and a remnant were frightened and gave glory unto the God power of heaven. There you go. All right? Give me a minute. So can you see here? Reunion of Judah and Israel. See that? Northern and southern kingdom. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, moreover, son of man, take one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel and his companions. And take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, which is interchangeable with Ephraim, the stick of Ephraim. There you go. For all the house of Israel and his companions. Okay, let's jump down here. All right, give me a minute. So, Ezekiel chapter 37, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, the northern kingdom, and his fellows, and will put them with him even the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand, in the Lord's hand. We're going to be one kingdom, not two kingdoms anymore. Give me a minute. So I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, hello, whether they be gone, where we've been scattered, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. Go to Isaiah 14, all right, 1 and 2, all right, and go read that as a precept. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. All right? Shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with idols or with despicable things, and with any transgressions. And I will save them out of their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so that they shall be my people, and I will be their God power. And David my servant shall be a king over them, and they shall have one shepherd, and they shall also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. You see that? Moreover, will I make a covenant, right, which will be the second covenant, right? And that happens when you get the new body, starting with the elect. And it shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. Hopefully, y'all edified. I'm out. I'm on to the next one. Shalom.